Okay, so last day we started some practical questions on using percentages. And there were situations where you had to go buy something, open up your notes, and you had to figure out what the total cost is. So you have the price of your item plus the price of your taxes. Why are your notes not on cash?
Oh, there's something.
Thomas, focus on the math. Okay, so let's go to example 3 on the next page. We're going to kind of bounce around here. All right. So here goes the question. In BC, we have two sets of tasks. One's called the GSD, that is 5%. We have the PSD, which is 7%. And you're going to buy boots that cost $95. So the question is, how much is your total bill going to be? So your total bill is not just $95, it's $95 plus your taxes.
It's 115.
Jaden, turn around. So what we need to do is, last day I said, hey, let's put the taxes together, but maybe you want to know what the individual taxes are. Because there's benefits to doing individual taxes. For example, when you want to do your taxes and get some money back. I built my house that I live in, and when I built it, I submitted all my documentations to the government, and I got some of the taxes back that I paid on it, right? So I had to look at all the line items and say, okay, this is how much money I paid to the federal government, this is how much I paid to the provincial government, and I got like 30% of the provincial government tax back.
That's a lot.
Right? Yeah, it's
Is it
helps.
cheaper to build a house than buy a house?
Depends on your tastes.
If you build a house, you have to pay taxes.
Yes.
We built my house, and our house is built.
But if I
Yeah.
build a Lego, I have to pay taxes.
All right, so here we go. So in this particular case, we're going to find out what is the GST and what is the PSD on these boots. All right. So the GST is 5%. Why are we talking? Why are we giggling? You're supposed to be listening right now. Right? If the GST is 5%, we want to figure out how much money is that going to be for our $95 pair of shoes. Right? We need to do a calculation. So we're always multiplying. We don't multiply with 5%. We multiply with what number? Cash.
What page are we on?
Second page, page 7 here.
Wait, is it on this one?
Okay.
Does that mean government settled tax? Does that mean government settled tax?
Government sales tax.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
close. And PST is provincial sales tax?
Yeah.
Oh, so smart.
Now, we don't use 5% in our calculations. What number do we use?
50.
Not 50.
12.
We turn the 5 into a decimal. Yes, Elena. 0.05. We take the decimal. We move it 2 spots to the left. 1, 2. We put it there. So it's 0.05, like this. Write this down, Jaden. Come on, Jagan. Focusing this way. And we multiply by what we want to figure out what is 5% of. So we want to figure out 5% of $95. And we do that calculation. So we grab our calculators. Right? We are in February, almost March.
I found my calculator.
Excellent.
I just had to put batteries in it, so I don't have it.
So, what did you come up with, Gage? 4.75. So, 0.05 times 95. 4.75. With money, we want 2 decimal places for dollars and cents. 4.75. Okay. Next is the PST. Okay, now we do the same thing for the provincial sales tax, which is at 7%. So we convert that to a decimal and we multiply. So what's 7% as a decimal?
0.07.
0.07 times what we're buying is for $95, and you use our calculator. 0.07 times 95. Matthew?
6.65.
$6.65. All right?
Oh crap.
So we have our calculator, and we want to find out what is the total tax we're paying. The total tax we're going to pay is we're going to go our $4.75 to the government and another $6.65 to the provincial government. And we add that together to 11, it says 11.4, but we should write down not 11.4, but 11.40, which is $11.40. So we go 475 plus 665, $11.40.
So basically 100 and
So the question is,
$1.
what? Oh, we sort of did these two in the same spot. What is the total?
$11.
Well, we should say this should say what is the total of the boots. All right. So the total of the boots is going to be our $95 for the boots plus our $11.40. We get how much? Adrian. $106.40. Okay. So now, this is a long way to do your calculations, but it breaks down every single number, and it's easy to see where things came from. However, you can do this in one calculation, one step. And I do want you guys to realize that, right? Because that's sort of how I do the calculations myself when I'm trying to estimate how much a project's going to cost. And we're going to try doing this in one step instead of finding out what is this tax, adding it onto the total. So, for example, we are paying 5% and 7% tax. How much is that altogether? What's 5 and 7? Avelina? 12%. Okay. Now, our cost. Let's just look at this. Our cost is our boot plus taxes. And I'm not going to put the numbers in, but I want you to notice something. Okay, whatever, so it's going to be whatever the amount of money the taxes are. We figure that out. Also, what percentage of the boot are we paying? We're paying? No. We're paying all of the boot costs, right? This is 100% of the boot, right? So altogether, we are going to pay 112%, right? You're going to pay 12% more than the cost of the item. 100 and another additional 12. Does that sort of make sense?
Yeah.
So if we want to do this all in one step, we could, because last day we just turned the 12% into a decimal, and then we figured out the taxes, we added it on to the total of the boot. Now, we can just, the boot is included in this 112%. What's 112 as decimal?
101.
Not 101. Cash?
1.12.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
So you take it, move it 2 spots. So we go 1.12 times our cost. And if we use a calculator for this, it should be the same value. 1.12 times 95 is $106.40. So you can, up to you. I'm not going to force which way you are going to do calculations. You can figure out what the taxes are and just add it onto the price of the item. Or if that makes sense to you, you can do it all in one calculation. Because it's 100% of the moves plus another 12% on top of that. I'm hoping for some of you guys that's like, yeah, that makes sense.
If not, my brain.
If not, then you do it one piece at a time. Okay. Let's do one more question, then you guys will spend the rest of the class working on the assignment. Okay. Excuse me. This isn't talk to your friend time. Okay, so the next question goes. We're buying a $200 bike from Canadian Tire, and it's on sale for 10% off. You have your PST, you have your GST. How much is the total price of the bike? Yes, Cash.
150.
How did you come up with 150?
Is that right?
I don't know. How did you come up with it? Okay. Don't just spit out stuff. Yes, Maxim?
Once I bought a $200 bike,
180.
How did you come up with 180? Where are you guys coming up with these numbers from?
You know what? I'm gonna just get 190. Dude, 160.
We have 200 minus 20 is $180 for the bike. But we're not done. Put that away.
Yeah, that's yours.
Yes.
And then GST would be $10.
Oh, yeah, we need to figure out our GST and our PST. Leave it on the ground.
Drink it all. You took the first sip.
Okay, so maximum, yeah, we need to find the tax. We can do it individually, or we can just say it is 5% plus 7%. That's our 12% in tax, right? So just do it all together. Our tax amount is 0.12 times our 180. So how much money do we spend on tax? How much is that?
Wait, can I get that right? $21.06.
I think that sounds off. Let's do this. 0.12 times our 180. Oh, it is right. $21.60. Not $6. 6 cents. 60 cents. So $21.60. All right. So our total is the price of the bike plus our tax. We have 180 plus 2160. $201.60. So give it a little sentence. Shh. The price of the bike is $201.60. Okay, and that's it. Okay.